Hey, welcome back to LaxRatz, first one of the 2015 season. This is the Chopper, that's the Chief. Back to see you again. Lane, let's talk right off the bat about this year's teams, and let's go with the top 10. And we're going to start off with number 10, Mira Costa. And before you get started on Mira Costa, those of you asking, Mira Costa, where have they been? What has changed to get them back in the top 10?
They've gone through a bunch of coaching changes, and that's kind of deterred that program. I think once they figure out how to like each other, there's so much talent over there. I think now that they're starting to mesh and play some pretty good lacrosse. Mira Costa seemed to solidify their team this year, solidify the coaching staff. Aaron Karsh hired some good guys around him. They're anchored by goalie John Van Sickle, Drexel commit. They also have Zane Crandall going to Lafayette, Jack Gibbons, Nick Coons, Hayden Fry's brother, Casey Bonner. They got a ton of kids this year, a ton of talent. I'd like to see how they put it all together.
Costa's got a great tradition. You know, 4 or 5 years ago, they were the best team in LA, and before that, they were arguably the best team in Southern California. So it's great to see them back on the radar screen, and hopefully they'll hold that 10 spot. Number 9, we've got Harvard-Westlake. They've been in the top 10 consistently, a little bit higher ranking, meaning up the ladder a little bit than where they've been. Tell me a little bit about them.
Well, they lost 2 All-Americans, I think, with Temko and Popham. So they're an unknown now. Those guys probably accounted for at least half their goals, I would think. I know Roman Holthouse had a bunch as well, but losing those 2 guys is going to hurt them, losing their goalie. You can never count them out. Those are my boys over there, so we'll see, but not too high, not as high as they were last year. Okay. Well, losing 2 All-Americans always hurts, but face-off Phil Thompson won't lose a face-off all year, the Princeton-bound junior.
Wait, I want to write that down. Phil Thompson will not lose a face-off all year, right?
You heard it.
All right.
You heard it, Drew.
Phil, the pressure's on, buddy.
Surrounding himself with Roman Holthouse, Nico Econ, and Air Force commit. They have some guys back, but you know, I'm going to give them the 9 spot to start, and they're smart enough, and they'll use it as inspiration. So that's kind of why we'll go with the 9 today.
I think we inspire those guys year in, year out more than anybody.
Love the Wolverines.
Crespi at number 8. What do we know about them?
Crespi's well coached, has Alex Dixon. They start off the season pretty heavy against some tough teams, so we'll know a lot about them by like the 4th or 5th game. Crespi lost a tenacious defense. Those kids brought the pain. Alex Dixon, one of my favorite players to watch in all of LA, will obviously carry the team. They'll be surrounded by Jack Doyle and Cam Radenberg. So they have some good guys, but they have a pretty tough opening slate. If they can get by the first 6 games, then we'll know if they're for real or not.
That which does not kill me makes me stronger, right? So we'll see. Another northern LA team. What do we know about them?
They have a new coach, and they're grounded by Mike Marinelli, goalie. The kid's the man. He's legit. It's like having another coach out there. They lost a bunch of seniors, but I think, you know, we'll talk more about their personnel. I think they'll be all right this year. Newbury has a new coach. The kid played at Delaware. He knows what's up. I've hung out with him a couple times. They're also anchored by Mike Marinelli. The kid's a stud. Chucky Smith in front of them, tenacious defender. They'll be all right. They have a tough opening slate as well, but you know, when you got Mike Marinelli in goal, you should be all right.
Panthers at Peninsula at number 6, and obviously close to home. What do you guys got this year?
We got 4 or 5 guys that are definitely you know, above level, and it depends on what our depth does.
All right. Typically, I think you're pretty conservative about your team, so maybe these guys are top 5, and we're going to find out about that in a month or 2.
I won't tell you that much. I'll tell you, I think I have one of the best goalies in LA, Lance Plonsky. He scores goals as much as he saves goals. Surrounded by Colin Michelle, Kobe Sang, Scott Phillips, and Brandon Wilson. Those kids can all play next level across and all will.
We get a lot of coaches who watch, and they want to know what really makes the Panthers tick, especially if they're number 6. They want to be able to beat you guys. So give us the real scoop on how to beat you guys. What do you got?
Sure. We play a lot of home games on our field, so that's a huge advantage. You know, we make sure we take full advantage of that.
We'll take a look at the top 5 in just a minute.